And good evening, Trojan fans, and welcome out to Tiger Stadium here in Manny, Louisiana. I am Doug Gann along with Nick Magnano, and we are with 446 and delighted to bring you ASH Trojan Football. The Trojans sit at 4-0 on the season and are getting ready for their final non-district contest before things get ramped up. We are feeling a little like Harry Carey today with the Cubs, if you make that reference on me. Cubs in the playoffs and just won their wild card round. They would go out every couple of years into the bleachers and broadcast the game, and so that's what we're feeling like a little bit here. And to check out what it feels like, let's welcome in my broadcast partner of many years, Nick Magnano. Nick, welcome to Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, it's good to be here at Tiger Stadium. 82 degrees, sunny, but the sun's setting at 6:55. It's already gone behind the trees here. You can see on your camera screen. Dew point is 53 degrees, humidity is 37%. Northeast wind at 6 miles an hour. Not blowing the flag too much, so the trees are helping out. But it's going to be a beautiful night for football, Doug.
Let me tell you, that wind is coming right back behind us.
And it's nice.
And it's cooling us off. So I don't know where we're at, north, south, east, or west, wherever.
Well,
but I do know the breeze is right back behind us. I know the sun's setting in the west. I get that, yes. So, yes, I did grab that reference. What an exciting night here. Fans starting to move in. And Nick, just tradition, the last couple of seasons since their state championships have not been the greatest for Manny, but that has not messed with the tradition at all. As we look around outside, and maybe we can swing the camera over a little bit and pan over to where the tents are and things like that, you'll start seeing where they're tailgating as you walk in. There you get a good look at it, and we'll get Matthew to zoom in on that a little bit. Sign out there that says free food. That was one of the local churches that were passing some stuff out. So the season wins and losses might have changed a little over the last couple of years, but the tradition here in Manny, Louisiana at John W. Curtis Tiger Stadium has not, Nick.
Yeah, Doug, I've driven by this place many a times, going to Toledo Bend and then going across to Texas to visit family and stuff, and never been on campus here from the road. It's a beautiful place, and it definitely is here. And a lot of the crowd out there, I know their bleachers aren't filled right now, but a lot of that crowd, when they get in here, that's going to be a packed house there. So, yeah, it's a beautiful area, nice environment as well.
No doubt about it. Had a big time at the Thomas Bachman show last night there at Walk-Ons, and awarded our cool play of the game. I'll let you tell them about that in a minute. Our lineman of the week brought to you by Express Pros, and our player of the game as well, and that was Kyron Griffin, number 5, who had such a tremendous game last week. Had a couple of catches, 90 yards, a touchdown, played defensively so well, and take us through a couple of those others.
Yeah, our cool play, cool play of the game was the backups, backup quarterback Kadarian Vaughn to Trey Doherty, who Trey's actually a starter. It was a nice 23-yard pass course. It was a pass in the flats, and then Trey took it and tight-roped about the last 12 yards of the play. So real nice play.
It was very similar to that first touchdown on the other side that Alex Fontenot takes 65 yards.
Right.
Catches that out, turns and makes a man miss and goes to the house. If they're going to play that press coverage up on you, that opens that opportunity up for you a little bit.
Yeah, and Trey definitely made it work. Like I said, tightrope. We were looking at the line judge, making sure, because we knew he cleared the pylon, and then when the line judge said that he didn't step out, so that was your Southern Air cool play of the game.
There you have it. And, of course, our lineman of the week, Jaden Bayon, who is just a beast. Got him listed at 6'4", 280 on there, and I'm looking at him. He's every bit of that.
Yeah, no, Jaden's a big young man, and, becoming a very good defensive tackle for us. Crazy his stat line last week for a defensive lineman. And the great thing about the front 7 last week is they took care of most of the work. So 2 weeks ago against Destrehan, our DBs were leading tacklers. Last week it was the defensive line.
Last week it was X that was leading the way in tackles. But
yes, and then X, and then the correct X, right. And then our DBs. Where this past week, X only had 8 total tackles. Jackson only had let me see here. I'm looking at. Sorry, but Bayon, let's get back to Bayon. Bayon had 4 solo tackles. He had 1 assist, so he had 5 total. 3.5 tackles for loss. Okay,
and they were emphatic ones, too.
Yeah, 1.5 sacks. So just a great work there by him. And that's the type of work that you really need from that young man.
So we are broadcasting here in Manny, and coincidentally enough, we are in the Trios press box tonight. How about that? We thank our friends at Trios there on Versailles Boulevard. Brand new menu, and I got some pictures. I didn't share that with anybody, but they've got this new cheesecake that looks like a grave site. It's all fixed up for Halloween, and so there was needless to say, it was chocolate cheesecake with a scoop of ice cream on the end of it, and that was really good. But it's a tradition to go in there and eat on Fridays of game day. So we are broadcasting, as I told you, live from the Trios press box. Jumping back, Nick, to this, your safety was the player of the game. One of your DBs was the player of the game, and he only had a few tackles. Somebody may look at that and go, well, he didn't do a whole lot. Well, tell us about that front seven.
Yeah.
Not allowing folks to get back there to him.
And that's a great thing. And look, we see teams that, and they just want the front seven just to, eat up blocks and stuff like that. And that's fine. And that's good. And that's, some teams that's great. But we have playmakers in our front seven.
Yes.
Okay. Now our defensive line, which allows Jackson. And like I said, I was a little confused because I have a number 38 Sherman here, but of course Townsend's 38 as well. So Xavier had 8 tackles. Jackson had 7 tackles.
Hang on, we're going to try to get down there to Coach Bachman real quick. Let's get KP and see what he's got going on. KP joins us on the sidelines.
Can you hear me?
KP, what do you got, buddy?
I got Coach Bachman here. Coach, last non-district game, headed into district. Give me your thoughts.
Another opportunity to play football. District, non-district, another opportunity to play football. Looking forward to it. Seems like it's going to be a great atmosphere. I hadn't been here personally in a long time, been 15 years or so, but this is one of the great atmospheres, small town, great community, seem to support their football, so everything we should want right here in a couple of minutes.
Sounds good, Coach. See you at halftime.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Doug, you got that?
There you go, KP. Thank you. Tell me about the atmosphere before you get out of the way. It looks from up here where we're at kind of a business-like approach to things that are going on.
Yeah, there's an intensity down here that, it's normal, but it just seems like it's a little ratcheted up. I think this is the last district game. He wants to get this out, or non-district game, get this out of the way, and it looks like they're ready to play.
Definitely are, and they're going to do it in front of a great crowd here of fans. KP, we'll check in with you at halftime, buddy. We appreciate the work.
Sounds good.
KP Miles down there on the sideline for us. Our Doug Young Nursery sideline report. How about
excellent.
That? How do you like that?
Like the sound of that. So.
There you go. If you're look, if you're in the sound of our voice, which I guess you can't say that anymore,
you
can
can't say that anymore.
That's all right.
If
you're close to Mandy, come on down here. There's still some empty seats that are here. Again, we tell everybody, don't watch our broadcast. Dadgummit, don't do that. Come out here and support these kids and then watch us afterwards. But we do know there are a number of you watching around the state, and we welcome you all out here. Of course, the big one tonight on one of our channels is Tioga making their way up to Gina. Coach Roark and that group are looking for a little retribution. Tioga put it on them. Took them to the woodshed last year.
I will tell you this. I will be shocked if that game's not in the 40s. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Gina's defense,
right?
But Tioga, they have big play potential. So I think that game's going to be in the 40s.
Look, you got Kenny Ponche back there. You got Case Maloney, quarterback, going to Kervin Johnson, and just a number of guys that are making big plays on there. Jackson Tarver, big group, and so expect Coach Roark and that group to be ready. Coach Dan Crispin, and they are going. That is a woodshed game coming up. They are going to go and get after each other on it. Of course, Menard, congratulations to Menard. They win the Squirrel Bowl last night over Buckeye in that one. Buckeye, Nick, suffering from some injuries that have kind of put a damper on their season.
Yeah, they had their big win against South Beauregard was really costly for them. They lost an offensive lineman. They lost their starting quarterback, senior quarterback, and they do have another quarterback that throws the ball really well. But their starting quarterback could run the ball, and that really made a difference in those games.
Well, it did in the Grant game for sure.
Yes.
Without a doubt. Now, Grant, as you know, they've got homecoming tonight, and they welcome in the Bears of Bolton. So it's going to be the Grant has already put up 76 twice this season, 73 in the first half last week in that game. So you hope for Bolton's sake that one doesn't get too out of hand. That's a program that needs to rebuild and to get some spirit back in it.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll kind of see what the future holds for Bolton on the football side. But we have some friends that are in administration over there, and the academic side, and the numbers are really good. So it may bode well for the football program going forward. We'll just have to look at it.
St. Mary's drops one last night to St. Fred's out of Monroe. We'll be at St. Fred's in the spring for softball, a couple of games up there. A lot of fun going up there. But tonight down in Lafayette in our venture in there, Turlings Catholic and the 4-0 Rebels, coached by head coach Michael Corville and group Alex Munoz at quarterback. They are a fiery bunch, senior-led, and they are recognizing their seniors tonight on senior night as they welcome in Como.
Yeah. And that's kind of odd, but have it this early. But I kind of like it because it gives you a couple of opportunities just in case anything goes wrong with weather and stuff. But and it's a good game. It's kind of a rivalry because of the geography of the location.
Right, but everybody you play there is almost their longest road game this year was to Lake Charles when they took on Sam Houston. And one of those games at the end of the season in week 9 is a home game that you'd like to have it at.
Big rivalry.
That's St. Thomas More, and you probably don't want to have any other distractions around that night. So they'll look at those seniors. We're going to take our first break of the night, probably our only break here of the countdown to coin toss. We are here, brought to you, ASH Trojan Football is brought to you by your Kubota Tractor Dealers of Louisiana. You can look them up at KubotaDealersLouisiana.com. But Nick, going to take our first break. When we come back, the undefeated streak stays on the line. 4-0 Louisiana Athletic Club, keys to the game when we come back.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Find a dealer near you at LouisianaKubotaDealers.com.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
Hi, this is Robin with Little Cakes with Big Attitude, and I have some exciting news. Fall is finally here, and that means our amazing fall flavors are ready to go, hot, iced, or frozen. Delight your taste buds with flavors like spiced caramel apple, cinnamon roll, maple pecan, s'mores, and of course, pumpkin spice latte. And just when we thought fall couldn't get any better, we were voted Sinlaw's choice for best bakery and best dessert. Little Cakes with Big Attitude in Alexandria or our Pineville location. Stop by today.
At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at LouisianaAthleticClub.com.
And we're back here to Manny, Louisiana, Tiger Stadium. It is officially John W. Curtis. To us over the years, it is the Louisiana Athletic Club. Keys to the game, and if you're not familiar with us, what Nick does in this, he'll lay out what they need to do offensively, defensively, and kind of an intangible for them. So, Nick, 4-0 on the season. 17-1 over your last 2 seasons. What do you got for us tonight, my friend?
I'll tell you, on the offensive side, we need to establish our ground game. Not saying that we can't, but if y'all don't know, Noble Williams is out for the foreseeable future.
Correct.
So it'll be a big load for Kaysen.
Hand injury around the thumb area in that last game towards the third quarter or so. You could see it on the screen when it happened, so he's out.
Yeah, so Kaysen will have just a little bit bigger load, but then Tyler Bowman, who everybody should recognize from last week, he's number 31. It's going to be a big game for him, big night for him. So like I said, if he can become that second, or that, we had the 1A, we had 1A and 1B, right. Each night with Noble and Kaysen. So now Tyler, he has a chance to step up. So eager to see that, but that's what I think the offense needs to focus on, getting that rushing game with the backup in there, who's the Gann would be only his third game.
Third game in, but he is a junior and has been around the program, and so been around football for a while. So good to see Tyler Bowman in there as well.
Defensive, and this is it's gonna sound like I'm being lazy tonight, but I'll be honest with you. I think penalties.
Right.
I think if we going into district next week, okay, if we can make sure that and look, we had penalties that were right on top of the ball. Okay, so we had a few too many penalties against Destrehan in the second half, a few too many penalties last week. So clean that up. Coach Bachman will be happy going into district. So on the defense side of the ball, let's make sure we keep everything clean and keep the yellow handkerchiefs off the field.
So you're saying focus needs to be there then off of that. Don't forget, our scoreboard is brought to you tonight by Wallace Eye Associates. If you're in need of, sorry, I had that segue
no
that's
worries.
in there.
No worries.
Speaking of that, I just noticed that the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard is not up there. And watch this, through the power of television. There you go.
And then third one for the overall team, Doug. I know you pick on me about numbers because I like numbers, but you got to finish this season 5-0.
That's
finish
correct.
This season 5-0, and I know it's bulletin board, it's coach speak or whatever, but that's what you want. You want a clean slate on your non-district going into next week. So offense, let's with Tyler, get Tyler more established, get Tyler touches, so the rushing game, and he's got to adjust with the offensive line, and the offensive line has to know what he likes as well. Defense, like I said, we just need to clean up some of the penalties over the past 2 weeks, and then overall, you finish tonight 5-0, you'll be feeling good going into district. And no disrespect to this storied program, but this is a game that you fully expect the clock to be running on in the middle part of it. It's been a solid Trojan team this year. Defensively, they have led the way. I know anything can happen, but you cannot look ahead to your Week 6 opponent that's a road trip up to West Monroe. So you just have to keep the main thing the main thing, they like to say. But, Nick, thank you. That is our Louisiana Athletic Club keys to the game. When we come back, we ought to be getting close to our national anthem, our prayer, our coin toss, and ready to get this thing going. We'll do all of that when we come back. You are watching ASH Trojan Football, brought to you by your Kubota dealers of Louisiana, right here on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger, Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy, and speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah, head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
When it comes to celebrating big moments, BK Distributors has you covered. From eye-catching fathead decals and senior banners, to custom cutouts that bring your favorite faces to life, we help make memories larger than life. Cheer loud and proud with hand fans and personalized signs, or honor achievements with awards and trophies that shine just as bright as the people who earn them. Whether it's for your school, your team, your business, or your community, BK Distributors delivers quality, creativity, and service you can trust. BK Distributors, where every moment deserves to stand out.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, Farm Bureau Insurance.
Here's an important message for everyone in Central Louisiana experiencing changes in their vision. If you've met this year's Medicare deductible and are experiencing vision changes due to cataract, Wallace Eye Associates. A new year means a new deductible. So when it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one.
And we are back here getting ready to get I guess the Tigers are set to come out. The Trojans are making their way over to the corner, and we'll swing over and get a look over at the Trojans as they prepare to make their way out. You hear the motorcycles, and that's what Coach Bachman asked about. He says, I don't know if they do the motorcycles, and I don't know if they do the fireworks and things like that, but we sure know that they do. They knew the motorcycles, and here come your ASH Trojans. You can hear the crowd making their way in, or getting into this one rather. Well, they're about as fired up as I've seen them coming out of this one in a bit. Again, it's ASH Trojan Football brought to you by Kubota Dealers of Louisiana. We are broadcasting live from the Trios press box. Nix, what's the one thing that we missed about this game?
One thing we missed about this game. What did I? You have a roster?
No, I have the roster, yeah, but we're missing that good grub from Sinlock Grill and Chill in our pregame food that they normally supply the press box food, and so they still do the fireworks that are out here, and that's good to see. A little startling to some folks, but I think those of you at home are hearing it. That's really loud.
That is loud.
Yeah, that's insanely loud. Getting ready to get things going out here now. Nick, you may bring me up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. We'll get the captains for tonight's game for you. And the residual casings are making their falling. That just screams this is safe, doesn't it? Yeah. Been through a whole lot, but never have I had fireworks casings fall out on you.
That's interesting.
Wow. To say the least. Never had that happen before. That's been a time-honored tradition here to really aggravate visiting folks.
I tell you.
To aggravate the visitors have been getting rained on with the shell casings for a lot of years, I've got to believe.
So, Doug, captains for Mandy going left to right. I see number 51, who is Noah Green. Looks like number 30, who is not on the roster. Number 29, also not on the roster.
Goodness.
56, Jacoby Garner. So we'll try to figure out those if we can. And then for your Trojans from left to right, Grayson Thibodeau, Xavier White. Is it 92, Ethan Richard, and let me see who the one far right. I can't see the number.
22.
22. That is a new number for us. I wonder if Tyler's now 22. Let's see. Nope, that's Grayson Bevels. So that's good. Good for Grayson to get that nod this week.
We'll try to listen in.
Rodney Waller, 29.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll settle in. We won't need to. We'll focus on our folks, but glad to have you aboard for this one as the captains make their way out to the field. Nick, this is as close to the action as I think that we have been in, gosh, a number of years, my friend.
Yeah, we had a really nice set up there in Metairie whenever we went down and beat Brother Martin 2 years ago, and then the week after went and played
Still
Carr.
had a good setup, but
yes, we did.
that one didn't turn out that well. That was 2 years ago in the quarters. Last 2 years, Edna Carr has been the final game the Trojans played. And just a few minutes before kickoff, you get a good look inside. Great camera work. Matthew Magnano joins us up here in the booth, the Trios press box today. I'm Doug Gann along with Nick Magnano. KP Miles is on the sideline. You heard him in the pregame show, and we'll visit with Coach Bachman. He and Coach Bachman after the first half and then again after the game in this one. And what we expect should be one that the Trojans are able to handle pretty easily. This matchup, I'd have loved to have seen it about 3 or 4 years ago, Nick.
Yes, sir, for sure. And I will say this, Doug, with the exception of the debris that came from the fireworks, it's a nice environment.
No, this is great. Look, I'm telling you, that hill that's over there where they do all of that.
Yeah.
Trojans have won the toss, and they have deferred, it looks like, and so they'll set to kick off. You see the very always emotional Xavier White there, and they told him to play with even more emotion than last week.
What number is he?
Right, right. Look, you see out in front of us, too, it's family there. They've got the X marks the spot jerseys. They've got the little custom cutout fat heads there. They're having a blast here. There you see X marks the spot down in front of us. So there you go. Good shot and good camera work that's there.
If you do not, this is first time to the broadcast, number 46, Xavier White. You'll get to know him well. He'll be X by the time the end of the first quarter that you've watched it.
Look, if you followed us any this week, we're posting a lot more of the highlight videos and all there. And so about 30,000 people came introduced to X following just his emotional, I guess, outburst there at the end of that play that he made. And Manny set back deep to receive. They'll come up and remember, look at them. They get their toes right up on the 50. This is where the Trojans were able to sneak one in last week in that ball game. And Manny not having anything to do with it. Eli Fung gets set to kick off from right to left as we look at the screen here in front of us.
Tyler, looks like Tyler Thomas is in the back, number 84. Number 7, Keelan Maxey. And number 18, Daniel Thomas, are the upbacks.
I'll have to take your word for it there, Nick. Maybe you can get a better look on it right now. We've got.
Yep, that's him.
All right, there you have it.
Yep, 84 is Thomas back there, Tyler Thomas.
And that's the one back towards the middle is Thomas.
Yeah, they only have one on the goal line.
There you have it. And they're expecting what we've come to grow with is Eli putting it in the end zone, and there's foot to ball, and it goes back to Thomas, and he's going to field it inside the end zone, and that will be touchback number 1 of the evening for Eli Fung and the Trojans, and that defense will come out and go to work.
Doug, October. We're already in October,
Is it October
brother.
already?
Yep, Manny week. We're in October.
Nick, looking around out there defensively, and Julius Sykes-Ville gets the start tonight.
Oh, okay.
Out there, number 52 is in the middle. You see him. He's in front of.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there
he's
you have
right there with
right
with
next
Xavier.
to X. Yeah.
And Devin Lee.
Yep.
Devin Lee's in that. And
we'll talk about that a little bit too.
Yeah,
here
they're in a
just
run
moment.
heavy. They're a run heavy team. So that makes sense. It looks like they're playing with two strong safeties or two apex positions with just Carrot Gaines as a free safety.
Means they're going to go after the ball a lot. First down and 10 we go. Snaps back, handoff off to the right side, but bounces over to the left, and Contain is going to be there. Pickup of maybe a couple of yards. That's Thomas that carries that one.
Yeah, Devin Lee with the first tackle of the game, and it looks I think it's his first tackle of the season on the varsity side. He's a junior, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up real quick. Yep, Devin's a sophomore, 5'5", 175 pounds.
Expect the Tigers of Manny not to be in a real big hurry in this one. They are going to try to keep it away from the Trojans as best they can. Again, Nick Magnano, the Trios press box, bringing you all the action. Big hello to those folks watching back in Trios. That little dump screen is there and going to be out, and money down is here. That ball will make it out to the 34-yard line, perhaps. Going to make it second down, and there's the yard markers on our side of it this time. Third down and
with a tackle there on the little jailbreak screen for a short gain.
Flew has been running through. That handoff goes up the middle, and the Trojans effectively do get the third down stop.
Yeah, Jay Spikes with the big tackle there for no gain, making it 4th and 6. He was
Spike's showing a little bit of motion too out there.
Previous, express lineman.
Boy, it's hard to look back there. And as I'm sitting back there, I'm ready to call Darius. That's back there, but Darius is wearing the blue and orange, and a starter for Louisiana Christian University who will play tomorrow. That snap is high but caught. Kick is up. It's not going to turn over. Going to be fielded there at the 50-yard line is Kaysen, and Kaysen can score from anywhere on the field. He's to the 40. Going to be horse collared down at about the 37-yard line. I don't see a flag that is down, but that's where the Trojans will take over, Nick. And anytime they can take over in plus territory, you like.
I think there might have been a little bit on the horse collar in the back there, but they didn't call it.
9:57 to go. We'll keep the clock up here for you as more of a camera angle for you, but we'll try to bring you everything that we can. Carson Sellers calls for the ball, handoff to Kaysen up the middle. He shakes, comes back in the middle. Now, started off left a little bit, but wound up right back in the middle. He gets all the way past the 40-yard line to the 39.
Yeah, jumbo package here, 13 personnel, 2 tight ends, and Thibodeau and the H-back. 7-yard gain there from Kaysen.
They hurriedly go to the line. High snap, but gathered in. There's a handoff off to the left side again. Kaysen making his way to the outside, following the block of Alex Fontenot. And look, you give that block into Fontenot as he goes down the line was just tremendous.
Yeah, it looks like a 25-yard game. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. So 25-yard run there just behind this big offensive line.
Boy, they got behind the blocking, and you'll follow that along when we show it back of the blocking of Alex Fontenot. He brings Fontenot in motion. It's going to be that little inside toss. Fontenot is going to find his way to the end zone easily. Score that a touchdown pass. From Sellers to Fontenot, one of the shortest of their career. That is 5 yards. You get a good look at Fontenot and Sellers there. They were on the show last night, and it was great to visit with those guys. And as I quote them, how many reps have you guys done? Thousands is what the call was. So take us through that little play there, Nick.
Well, it's the great thing about that play design is it is a forward pass. So if it doesn't get blown up or anything happens, it's just an incompletion. But
that's why they do it.
So, yeah, I mean, basically just a little pitch and great blocking there off the right side behind Peter Lofton.
6-0, your Trojans lead it. Eli Fung set to kick this one up, and it is good. 7-0. Trojans lead this one 9:22, so a 35-second drive on your Tire Discount Center drive recap. We'll be back right after this.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
When it comes to celebrating big moments, BK Distributors has you covered. From eye-catching fathead decals and senior banners to custom cutouts that bring your favorite faces to life, we help make memories larger than life. Cheer loud and proud with hand fans and personalized signs, or honor achievements with awards and trophies that shine just as bright as the people who earn them. Whether it's for your
Thomas is back. He is joined by Bell, as the PA announcer says. Touchback on the last kick, and that's why, Nick, you like to defer. You got the 3 and out and go down and get a quick touchdown. A 46-yard drive, was it? Following that short field.
Yeah, and that's the way to start it off. And, of course, 2 run plays and a pass play.
Fung set to put a foot into this one. He hammers that one, and they're going to just get out of the way. That goes about 4 yards deep, and it will be touchback number 2 of the night for Eli Fung.
Yeah, and bear with us if you can. We're right behind the players, so seeing the yard, the line of scrimmage and stuff's not as easy where we're at right now. So hopefully we'll have the stats as accurate as we can.
The one thing that we do know is 1T is back home, and he'll get them set up for you after.
That's correct.
After this, so we'll have a full complement of those stats ready to release overnight sometime or tomorrow, but 1st and 10 from the 20 following the touchback. Settling in at quarterback where he was the last time. That is Kellen Cox, the sophomore quarterback.
Jackson Townsend in at this apex position.
Cox back to pass now. He's coming this side, but it's just knocked down by Ethan Richard, who did exactly what you want to do, Nick, and that's jump when you see the arm come back.
That's it. If you can't get to him, get those hands up, and when you're, 6'1", 6 foot, that's a good thing to do.
Look, and they tell you that timing, and that's why you're susceptible on the pump fake, but you don't train for the pump fake. You jump when the arm comes back, and there's a good chance that you'll be in the air. 9:17 to go here in the first. You see it on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Your Trojans lead at 7-0. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Motion from the Tigers. Cox with the toss, kind of an inside head off. Ball's on the ground. Going to fall on it are the Tigers. They'll recover it. That was number 12. Look, that dove on that. Rylan Lee, the junior tight end. And he behind the sticks at 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, Doug, also.
We're there on that one.
Yeah, good work by those.
Out there, but somebody's going to get a good one. 4th down and 9 here. Back to punt again. That looks like Burford gets back deep to receive this time. He's going to have one that bounces in front of him. Should be returnable. Picks it up at the 47, and he's going to get something going. There's not one. I don't know that it's in his vernacular to tell people to get out of the way of anything and let it go.
No, and of course, I thought there might have been a hand on the face mask there, but like I said, we're kind of shielded, so I'm not gonna question it. But
well, and we're closer to the action this time too. 8-minute mark in this one. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano, Matthew Magnano on camera and scoreboard for us, and KP will be doing the duties along the sidelines there. Trojans offense, and Tyler Bowman now makes his way into the backfield after 3 runs, and to the far side is Kyron Griffin, and that spells real doom for wide receivers. They send Bowman out in motion. Look for a quick little inside screen. It goes to Griffin, and he runs for days when he catches this one. Spins around. It's going to have a 1st down inside the 24-yard line. Manny did a good job of controlling that one.
Yeah, 14-yard jailbreak screen there, or bubble screen we used to call them.
Jailbreak when they come inside the wide receiver screen, now when they go outside. I was corrected there by one of the great ones, Coach Ben McLaughlin, who called a lot of them.
So I had it right then.
Jayton Terry is in at wide receiver as well. Snap is back. Now rolling the pocket is Carson.
Open.
He's going to the end zone to Alex, and they've got their 2nd touchdown here in about 4 minutes and 9 seconds. 24-yard touchdown pass from Carson Sellers. Fung hammers another PAT through. Trojans lead this one 14-0. We'll wrap that up.
Doug. I don't know why Carson's limping into it.
We'll wrap that up when we come back. You're watching ASH Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at louisianaathleticlub.com.
And we're back for a Tire Discount Center drive recap. Nick, this one ought to be an easy one for you.
Yeah, 2 plays. Looks like it was 2 pass plays, a 14-yard and 24-yard. It was 38 yards with the 2nd pass completion from Carson Sellers to Alex Fondo for a 24-yard touchdown.
There you have a Tire Discount Center for all your maintenance needs. Not just tires, oil changes, alignments, anything you need with the wheels down on your car. Go check them out at the Tire Discount Center right there at the end of Coliseum Boulevard before you hit MacArthur Drive. We are back here in the Trios Press Box. I am Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. ASH Trojan Football brought to you by your Kubota dealers of Louisiana. You see it, 14-0. They lead it here on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. 7:50 to go in this one. Eli, that one's going to be shy of the end zone. Bounce around and check back up. Trojans have an opportunity to get on that one. They don't, but this is pure trouble down there, and that's going to be tackled at the 1-yard line, Nick, by
Amarion Simon.
Amarion Simon goes back there, and I don't know what they don't ever teach you anywhere to let that ball bounce around on a kickoff.
Yeah,
they never ever do that.
That was a communication thing. The deep back, he's waving it off. I don't know if he thought it was going to go in the end zone or
And
not.
then it checked up.
Yeah, and it checked up. So so that's the risk you take if you have one back there.
Here's a risk. You've got this defense, and you've got 1st and 10 from your own 1 going against this front 7. Goodness gracious. Trojans sniffing out what could be their first safety of the season.
Yeah, Trey and Townsend on the apex position on the outside.
Manny down, calls for the ball. Here's that penetration. Does get out, and that's the problem. He's trying to go Tony Dorsett set style, 99 yards, but not this. A lot of those old school folks will get that reference.
Yeah, Jayton Terry coming up making the play. That's the first down of the game for
And
for
we're
Manny.
4:19 into this one, but the bad thing is the Trojans have already scored twice.
Now that we're in October, will there be a hydration?
At an 18-yard gain. Cox down under center again, calls for the ball, and a handoff will go off to the left side. There's that play that you needed a minute ago. That pressure into the backfield looked like 99.
Yeah,
got
Quentin
back there.
Price. Quentin Price did a really good job on that one. And him and Hobbs, they alternate series from what I've seen, the first part of this season. Also have number 40 in there is Bryce Gilliam. So definitely pulling out the depth here. And I wonder if that probably has something to do with this
with
week.
the flu, but you're getting these guys in, and now you were going 13, 14 deep. Now you're going about 17, 18 deep defensively. In District 2-5A, you need it. Motion man comes in. Cox now will turn a little misdirection. He's trying to go back over the middle of the field and knocked away. Boy, that was just a big-time piece of work there by Trey Williams. They call him Z9. Y'all do. I call him K9 because, like I said, he got some dog in him. But mad at himself for not taking that one away.
Yeah, and I appreciate the referees not this back. I guess you call him I don't know if you might call him the field judge, but the guy before he came and talked to Trey after and said, hey, good play, but be careful with that spike there.
And the bad thing is he was just angry at himself.
Oh, I know,
he
exactly.
There was
exactly.
and that's why I think the discernment got him there. 3rd down and 11 now following that incompletion. Clock stops at 6:29. So we're just 30 seconds away from being halfway through the first. Snap is back. Definite passing. Here comes Hobbsy. Hobbsy's going to get the sack all the way back. His helmet comes off, but look at the emotion of that young man. There's a good look at. And that's a picture that you'll keep for a while.
Yeah, big play there by Peyton Hobbs. And he has to come off the field because he lost his helmet. I think he just wanted a little attention, Doug. These guys we don't get to see them too much without their headgear on.
He was coming off on punt coverage.
Good point.
4th down and a long way to go back where they started this. So anything out of the way. Got to be careful here not to try to force something to get a penalty back there as the return team. Snap is back. It's high and it's over the head, and that's going to be a safety. So a long way around when we said we thought the Trojans had a shot at getting their first safety. They sure went a long way to get it. Ends up 4th down and 1, but it was a snap over the head of the kicker, and it's now 16-0 in this one.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see here. It looks like their place kicker is looks like he's warming up, so they're probably going to kick off that, not use their punter. They have the option here on the after the safety.
There you have it. So they'll just about as best a good a start as you could imagine. The Trojans lead this one 16-0. I don't think that I have put that into the score, but there aren't a lot of people that are keeping up with. Let me see if we Gina on top 6-0 over Tioga. And I'm updating scores for those guys while we're doing this, so bear with me, Nick. We're going to keep it here. Go ahead and recap that scenario there.
Yeah, big sack there by Peyton Hobbs, number 51, and then they, Manny, it was 4th and long, and they were going to punt and snap the ball over the punter's head. So, we get the 2 points there, and they will be kicking off to us from their 25-yard line. So, then we have Jay Frazier and Kyron Griffin returning back here. So Jay Frazier and K5.
Grant leads Bolton 20-0 in the first quarter on that one. Gina on top of Tioga 6-0 early. We don't have a Turlings update on that one from Como just yet, but here it is 16-0. Trojans lead this one early on. And does answer the question. We don't have a hydration break, but set to kick this one off from teeing it up. And they're going to try to squib it over, and it's picked up. Going to be dropped again. Burford's going to fall on it at the 44-yard line. And again, the Trojans will start in plus territory.
Say, Doug, he's been one of the most sure hands on those as they're up back.
You're right.
For the past 2 years, so good work by him to recover and get that.
Well, folks, just getting settled into their seats here as we hit 7:18 on your Friday night. Don't forget, coming up in about 12 hours and 45 minutes, it is the Red River Roundup with Marshall Leffler. Got a host of folks. We'll be joined at 8:05 by Turling's Catholic head coach Mikey Corville. At 8:55, we'll be joined by Squirrel Bowl winning head coach David Perkins, and he'll have Chasten, he'll have Mike, and he'll have Jace along the way. So don't miss that. It is on 446 Sports. Here we go from the 44-yard line. Motion from Thibodeau to coming to the near side where we are. Swing pass out of the backfield. Complete there to Kaysen. Kaysen following his blockers. He's looking for a seam. Looks for contact. Bangs around. Guy tries to strip the ball from him. All he does is hang on, spin around inside the 15 to the 14. And, oh, baby, what a run.
Yeah, so we have a 30-yard gain there off of this just screen pass off the outside. Good blocking by Alex Fontenot right in front of him.
Alex has been doing a great job of blocking down the field. There you get a look from the backside of that Trojan offense. First down and 10. Motion to the far side is Burford. He's rolling out that way. Going to stop, pop wide open once again of Carson Sellers and Alex Fontenot paying big.
24 yards this series is 14, and I guess they're putting that safety on an island to where he went with Burford, and he went with Hayden in the flat instead of, dropping deep, and Carson pitch and catch there to Fontenot.
Tioga comes back, takes the lead now early on. It's 7-6 in that game over in Gina. Here it is 22-0, PAT pending. Snap back kick is up, and it is good, 23-0. We'll be back right after this. You're watching ASH Trojan Football, brought to you by your Kubota dealers of Louisiana.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
And we're back here. Eli Fung getting set for Nick, his fourth kickoff of the game in this one. You see Thomas back deep to receive. 3 touchbacks, and one just didn't quite make it to the end zone.
Yeah, 2 plays, 44 yards on that last series. First 30-yard completion to K5 to Griffin, and then the 14-yard touchdown to Fontenot.
And there you have your Tire Discount Center drive recap. For all your tire and maintenance needs, check them out at Tire Discount Center. Tell them 446 sent it. That one is kind of pooched up. It's going to bounce around. It's going to be caught nearly a knee, but he comes up and does not put his knee down, does Thomas. Thomas trying to get to the outside, it does. Eli's going to have to go over there and slide tackle a little bit. And Eli says, look, I'm just going to run interference here. And look, the parents are a little bit look, that's great. So that's from our vantage point here in the stands, we're able to see the look on their face. That was just absolutely great. When the parents get involved in it, it's just great. Oh, mercy. First down and 10. Best field position for Manny in this one.
Boy, if we would have had a camera angle on Miss Fung, that would have been classic.
Ball is on the ground. He picks that up, and that's going to be a sack. We'll give that to Jackson Townsend, it looks like, who fired through there. Center quarterback exchange was the problem. Ball was on the ground, and Jackson took that opportunity to fire through there.
Doug, let's talk about 84. Tyler Thomas. He's got some wheels.
He got through there in a hurry.
I did not expect him to break that free.
Nearly got a knee. I don't think Eli did either. Yeah, that's when we need the crowd cam.
Yes.
It's when we need that one. That's a lot of fun. And luckily, he just got out of bounds.
That's right. So I think size-wise, though, I think Eli had him.
Eli was going Pat McAfee on him, man.
He
was going to get him 2nd down and 14 from the 44-yard line. Handoff goes to the left side, but it's met by an interior line of the Trojans that has just been dominating in this one so far.
Yeah, Peyton Hobbs there with the big stop there. Of course, Bayon was with him, and then, and of course, X was close as well. I like, Jackson out here in this apex position. I like him, especially in these. And I would imagine they're probably thinking about that, with going to play Northeast, Louisiana football.
Yeah.
I guess it's called North. I guess Ruston's kind of North Central.
It's akin to a spy on the quarterback, but you're just following the ball is what you're looking for.
Yep.
3rd down now, and that looks like 16 to go. A little inside handoff. Oh my goodness! Say it loud. Goodness gracious!
Ethan
Richard just
big
comes.
Stop.
Look, are you seeing a little bit more of the emotion from that front 7, feeding off of what we saw X do last week? They are fired up at every single play that's being made.
Well, let's talk about this, Doug. I think the defensive line, I think they want to hold serve and keep the Express Pros, lineman of the week on that side of the ball.
Look, the defense they're looking to keep the Sabine State Bank player of the game over there too.
Yes, sir.
That snap is blocked up the middle. Good piece of up the middle. Got a scoop and score potential here. It's up and it's into the end zone, and that is a touchdown for your Trojans defensively.
Jay Frazier.
Good work by Jay Frazier coming up there and picking that up. And I didn't see who had the block on the middle, but I'd have to guess Trey probably.
Yeah, I think it was Trey, but I'm like you. I was looking down at my stats here, and they snapped it early. But poor Jay.
Certainly a candidate for our Southern Air Cool Play of the game, as that gets it to 29-0 in this one. Trojans looking to strike, and it's a battle between the Trojans and Grant putting up the points in this one.
Yeah, Ethan.
Grant up 27-0 in their game over Bolton, who didn't bring a lot of folks. Yeah, you're looking over at Jay. Richard goes and talks to him. Sykesville does as well. And if that's Trey, that's his 2nd block of the season on a punt. And we saw it, so in practice, and I'll tell you that story after this Eli kick. We'll keep it here during the break and won't go away. But remind me to tell you that practice special teams, Eli puts a foot into this one. It's up and it is good. 2:44 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Trojans just all over this one. So, yes, the story. We're in practice and take it to, and this is early on, and they're just getting set up, and Trey blocks about 3 of them in a row. And the coaches have to stop and say, look, we're not blocking them right now. We got to work on this. And so they pull the reins back on Trey a little bit. But he sees the ball. He's got an eye to the ball like, goodness, like anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that knack for the football there. And look, you can make a good career at the next level, you know, doing things like that specialty. And he's quick. That's one good thing about him. He's quick coming off the ball. He takes very good angles, which you saw on the PBU that he had, the almost interception. He does really well, you know, with those. And he reads. It's just a smart young man on the football field.
And he comes up the middle that time instead of off the side.
Yeah, and I'm sure that has something to do with coaching as well, because, you know, most of the season he's been coming off the side. And they're like, okay. But instead of them saying, hey, we need to find 9, they're like, well, you know, make sure you're covering
this side. Make sure you cover the edge.
You know, and that's a great work by.
Now, if it turns out that it wasn't Trey that blocked it, our apologies. But Trey is getting after it, and that was a lot of good. That was a lot of good Trey Williams stories, and hopefully it was. I feel like it was.
Yeah,
I don't
think
see
it was.
anybody that gets to the football like he does. But kudos to Jay Frazier, who just, and that's difficult to pick a ball up while you're trying to run when you've got people coming at you, and you've seen that really hurt people before. Looked like, was there a penalty on that? Because the Trojans are backed up to the 25.
Yeah, it must have been.
May have been a little celebration.
Ooh.
Yeah, celebration was the call after that, or unsportsmanlike conduct is what they'll call it. Eli set to tee this one up from the 25-yard line. Puts a foot into this one. He says, who can't kick it deep from there? That one goes to the 6-yard line where Thomas has it. Thomas is a speedster, but that's neutralized by some pretty solid kick return work.
Yeah, like I said, we're kind of lower here. Looks like Harrington. Yeah, Harrington and Simon on the tackles there. Good work by those two young men on special teams.
You see Maurice Jackson coming off as well. So just, wow, what a series. This Trojan defense has been so solid. The safety, the blocked punt for a touchdown, and, well, Coach Merce is going to be a great interview post-game. Here it's 30-0. Trojans lead this one, 2:38 to go in the first. Cox and that offense from Manny back to go. There's a toss to the far side, and there's a stop in the backfield again. We'll see who comes out of there.
I think that's Sykesville, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see here when Ethan. Well, Ethan's been. Nope, that was Spikes. Spikes again. Good work by Jay Spikes.
Look, 2 weeks ago was our lineman of the week, and they do not want to get rid of the lineman of the week.
That was a good old-fashioned 40 sweep there that we used to run at Bolton High School. A nice work
a little
there.
Blast from the
past,
past,
is a blast
wasn't
from the past. That's a lot of fun. Got to talk to Coach Bachman a little bit after the show last night about some of the stuff we used to do in the old blue and white.
Always a good time out at walk-ons on Thursday nights. That Thomas Bachman Show brought to you by Sadler's Towing. Wide open out of the backfield, but just overshot. I say wide open. Townsend was just kind of deking him there, I believe, as the pass was intended for 34. Is that? No, I'm 12. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was looking at. I was looking at the score from Grant. That is 34-0 with 18 seconds to go.
Yeah, Ryan Lee out the, off the slot there, coming and trying to do that little fade route there, and Jackson caught up with him very quickly.
I do believe you're going to see a lot of these younger guys, and that's the bet. We talked to Coach Bachman about it again. You're not going to have any of these games starting next week.
Yeah. Big week next week. We'll be on the road. My first time, not my first time to West Monroe, but my first time calling a game up there.
We're going to leave a little early and go by the Burger Grind. You're welcome.
Okay, I got you.
It's right back there behind the visitors' bleachers, and you want to go before the game, not after, I promise you. Back to passing their pressure from Richard again. Oh,
that's Sykesville.
Is it Sykesville?
Yes, sir.
He's one of those that they talk about. You see him on your screen now. They talk about him so highly as being just one of the future pieces of this defense.
Yep, 5'9", 185-pound linebacker. He's a junior. So same class as Jackson. That'll be a good combination next year.
Yeah, well, 1:23 to go. Back to punt, and this has been trouble. The last one was snapped over the head, or actually the last one was blocked. The one before that was snapped over the head of the punter. And so it's been trouble, but you see them sneaking in. This time they pull back a little bit, and the punt is off. Bouncing around, and Hayden's going to have to go back and pick it up. All right, well, he must not have touched it.
So we have a confirmation from 1T back home, and which means that the stream's working well, that it was Z9. It was Trey Williams on the block, so appreciate 1T back home
That's right.
giving us that information.
Yeah, and look, Matthew got that to us as well.
Oh, he did? Okay, I'm
but
sorry.
It's why you said confirmation, though.
Dang, why did we put the headset on Matthew? He just heard me.
Right, I understand
He just heard me not give him credit.
Big shout out to 1T who does all of our stats. And look, pictures all over the place. If you go find one of his galleries, and he's got on Brett McCormick and 1T Photography. First down and 10 for the Trojans from the 44-yard line. They have camped out in plus territory. High snap. Kaysen's going to have it. Or that Bowman, it looks like.
That's Kaysen.
That's
it's kind of hard to tell.
okay.
You're right. So.
Well, when you look at that first number, and it's a 3. And
yeah, that's correct.
There you see him on the screen. Good camera work out there by Magnano getting that for us.
Giving him a 7 there.
Second down and 3. Toss now to the near side. Penalty flag on the far side of the field. So this one we expect is going to come back. Another penalty is thrown towards the end of the run. So 2 fouls on this one. We'll wait and let them sort this out.
Yeah, they're holding the chains. So.
Yeah, and when you turn around and whistle and say don't move. But now it could just be of the offsetting variety. That penalty at the end may have bailed out that Trojan offense. Good work getting on the white hat there.
Well, it looks like he's
looked like he's talking to Bachman about it. Turn and see what he's got for us.
We were on the we were on the 36-yard line. So let's see what they do here. Yeah, they're waving them forward. So
calling it on the defense, saying that's declined. So both penalties, or they'll take the result of the play. It doesn't look like, or it looks like. So I don't know.
Looks like we're going to the 14-yard line. So 20-yard rush there by Kason Williams.
Yep, and again, they give the signal to the home side, and that's why we don't see it. But first down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Go the Trojans. High snap, but carried in. There's Kason up the middle, sidestepping, trying to get into the end zone here as time is winding down. We'll make it just down to the 5-yard line, and that will stop the clock momentarily with 12 seconds to go. So the Trojans may be able to get one off before this period ends. They've got to be quick. It's 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3 and 2. The snap is there, so the Trojans have this play, and that is going into the end zone. Kason Williams, touchdown. Kason Williams, touchdown, Trojans.
First rushing touchdown of the game tonight, Doug. Tell you what, if we have a second, Doug, let's talk about the starting offensive line. We hadn't had a chance to mention him much. So 57, Carter Rivette, your left tackle. We have Aiden Price, your left guard. We have, oh gosh, I'm looking, Jaden Everett, your right guard, in place of Clemens for the start, and Peter Lofton's your right tackle.
And we're at the end of the first getting to that. Goodness. Snap back kick is up. Eli is perfect on the afternoon and evening. That one is good. End of the first quarter is here. We'll be back. Trojans lead this one in a big, big way. We'll be back for second quarter action when we come back.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Find a dealer near you at LouisianaKubotaDealers.com.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
We are back here, and Trojans doing, Nick, exactly what we thought that they would do. Dominant. Now that 37 points in the first quarter, one shy of the 38 they put up against Westphal in that one. But they've been able to do everything they wanted to.
Yeah, it's been a big night for them to start off, and like I said, trying to get to 5-0 to finish out this first half of the season.
Again, KP will catch up with Coach Bachman there towards the end of it. That is kind of a pooch kick, and they're going to call offsides. And they'll back it up 5 yards and re-kick it, won't they, Nick?
Yeah, he kind of rounded that one off, trying to pooch it. And, it's unfortunate that.
Well, the penalty was called back here at the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Kick, okay.
Yeah, whenever he went to pooch it, he rounded it off. So it kind of slowed him up just a little bit, so his line got in front of him. And I don't blame them. They're not wanting to kick it to. I mean, the one weapon so far this game has been Thomas in the.
And you're not going to onside it here in this game either.
Right.
You have nothing to work on. We're looking at the sideline. You see Fontenot. He's had a big game already. He and Sellers have connected. I see Carrot Gaines over there who's done a great job. Trey out in front of us with Hobbs and these guys. But Julius Sykesville has just been all over the place, playing like we thought he would play when he got his opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
And, of course, a big shout-out to Noble Williams. We know Noble is healing up and look to have him back as quick as we can. But looks like it may be for a couple of weeks before we see Noble. Eli set to put a foot into this one. Pooches that again. This time it is going to fall into that no man's land. It bounces around. Seven's got it. Boy, you see Trojan bodies just flying around. That's a vantage point I don't think I've seen.
Sykesville with the tackle there, but It might have been actually a decent thing that a couple of them, coach isn't going to like it, but might
that
have
they
been
missed.
Yes, because they were missiles flying through there. Remind me of old Jason Blackwell. Shout out to him and his family. His dad came up and talked to us last week.
Gave us a little update on Jason, how
yep.
he's doing up there at Northwestern. Was under concussion protocol.
Yep.
Decided he wanted to take on a offensive lineman, and we told him next time just kind of ease out of the way of that one. But Jason Blackwell, certainly one of the stars of this defense as an alumni. Cox set to go here. Handoff to the first man through. He's going to be down after a gain of maybe a yard. And, Nick, that's the cool thing about it. We run into a lot of alumni. We see a lot of guys on the sidelines that are visiting, and it's just a great family tradition here at Alexandria.
Yeah, Gary Boatman there. First time we've called his name tonight with a solo tackle. But, I mean, were we shocked that Jason Blackwell
was going to take on the O-lineman? No, there wasn't a doubt.
Yeah.
There was no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, we nicknamed him Missile for the reason. He definitely went after every play.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10. Cox under center. Again, back to pass. He's looking over. That one nearly picked off, and it may be. It bounced around and still is up in the air. They're calling him down before the ball came out.
That's an interesting play. I like to watch that whenever, but there's going to be third down. It's a 5-yard gain there. But K5, Griffin, he closed that very quickly, put the hit on him, and the ball came loose. I would have thought
I guess what was in question was they were saying because he was on the ground, looked like he had it. I'd be anxious to go back and look at it and see if he had possession.
Yes, that's what I was going to say as well.
But they gave him the catch, so third down and 5 now. Have to get out to the 42-yard line or so, 43 perhaps. Bang into each other, and that's going to throw off the timing. Not that it needed much help, but.
Yeah, big work there by Xavier White on the tackle, and like I said, he was assisted by the quarterback. There was a collision there to slow him down. But
look, you saw number 99 Price coming off of there. Nick, tell me a little bit more about him. He's just he fills a massive gap on that defensive line.
6'1", 325. He's also a junior, and between him and Hobbs, you're looking at, let me do my math real quick, 295. So you're right over 600
you're over
pounds.
600 pounds. That one is high, but gathered in. Kick is good. It's going to be returnable. Burford comes up and fills it at the 26, 36. He spun down. That may be the shortest return of his career.
Yeah, and Doug, when you have, between the two of them, you have 600 and what would be 15 pounds.
Side by each.
That center, that center and guard combination probably gets a little tired by the end of the night, but good work. But what's great about those two young men is they're hard workers, and they're also very, very quick off the ball.
And, by the way, then you've got your ex and Townsend and Bayon and Phoenix and Richard and all these other guys. So it's not like it's just those two.
Doug, it's sad for me to say, but just notice Phoenix on the side. Bryson, I hadn't seen him on the field. I mean, he's dressed, but I hadn't seen him on the field. Wonder if he's one recovering here late from the
May
flu.
Had a little case of it.
Yeah. Don't have a tackle for him. Hadn't called his name tonight. Hadn't seen him.
I don't think we've seen him out there. I don't know that.
Didn't mention him last night. So
first down and 10. Trojans go from the 43-yard line. Sellers back to pass. Got all kinds of time on that offensive line. And now he'll go down the sideline to K5, who catches it, and that was intended for Thibodeau. Thibodeau thought at least it was, but Kyron Griffin is going to catch that and step out of bounds. But the offensive line says, wait a minute on that lineman. We're going to give our guy all kinds of pressure, or all kinds of protection.
18-yard there, pass play from Sellers to Griffin.
High snap, Bowman now on the handoff, and he's taken down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, looks like he's going to have a 2-yard gain there, Doug, for his first carry of the game.
Bowman has that one. Second down, give him 3 on that. So second down and 7. Snap is back. Bowman's got another shot. No Sellers. Yeah, it is Bowman.
Big
to the near
block
side.
there.
Bowman hitting the circle button, spinning around, showing off the moves, and going to be a candidate for our Southern Air. Cool play of the game. Oh, baby, what a run.
Yeah, it looks like a 36-yard run there by Bowman off this side. And whenever you go back and watch, Grayson Thibodeau had a great block on this right side.
There's a flag.
To free him
oh,
up.
No, that was the football. Okay. I saw the official throw that high up in the air, but it wasn't. But Tyler Bowman paying big dividends. 10-6, Tioga takes the lead. Turling's Catholic up 10-0 in the second quarter of that one. And back home here, it is 37. Or actually, it should be 36, shouldn't it?
Should be 41 if I'm not mistaken.
Kick is up there, and it is good.
Yeah,
it was,
43.
It was 30, so now, yeah, that's right. We missed one on there.
Yeah, it should be 42 and then the 2-point conversion. So the clock should be running, right, Doug?
Yes, 42 in the safety, so that'll put us over it. So 44-0, Trojans have the lead here, and 7:16, and the clock has started running now. In this one, Nick, and this may be one of the earliest ones, but man, you just and Coach Bachman's going to love the way this game out. He's going to still say they have things to clean up. I don't care what happens out on the field, but I think this defense and this offense have played just about as textbook as you wanted.
Yeah, Doug probably have more marks for tackles on defense than we do actually offensive plays.
Wow.
So we have 8 rushing attempts,
but
and we
again,
have 6.
Break that out into safeties and front end guys. You know, that's the look, is how your safeties are getting the tackles, but I don't think it's them.
Trey Williams has 1 pass breakup, no tackles. Griffin has 1 solo tackle. Jayton Terry has 1 solo tackle, and that was the one bigger run that they had early. Everything else, there's nothing else in the secondary.
It's all front 7.
Yep.
Yeah. And now some of those are on kickoff team too.
Yes.
But well, you get a look at Big Jaden Bayan, who's walking the track right in front of us. That's just a big dude.
Jay Frazier has more touchdowns than tackles tonight.
Indeed, he does. That kick is going to bounce around off the far side, gathered in at the 15-yard line. Look, it is just a whole lot of Sykesville, whole lot.
Sykesville and Bryce Letzinger in there as well.
Trying to look around at.
I'm sorry, Cooper Robinson, 82.
And I don't see Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't think he's been in tonight, Doug. So
I see him over there. He's got his helmet on. He's next to Bayan and Richard and those guys, but you're not seeing anything from him. This Manny offense just not wanting to really, this has been a battle. They're ready to get out of this, get into district play. And I don't know how much of the rest of this game the starters will see. Snap is back off to the far side. It goes. And there'll be an opportunity to get some of these younger guys that we saw start the game. And so, Nick, they said, what did they have? At one point had 23 on the board that were out with the flu this week.
Yes, sir.
So to be able to come out and start some younger guys as Sykes comes off the field there, you give a chance for some guys to recover.
Yeah, Quentin Price and Bryce Gilliam on the tackle there.
It'd be good to visit with Coach Mercer after this one, too. Talk to him about everything that happened. 4:23 to go until halftime. Handoff goes off the far side, and
Spikes there with the tackle at the ankles. No, I'm sorry, that's Boatman, excuse me. We also have number 48 check in, Jeremiah McKinney. He's playing the defensive end. His first action tonight.
Tall, lanky one.
Yes, sir. He is a short 6'2", 200 pounds.
Yeah, and he switches sides the other way. Put him out at wide out. What grade is he?
He's a sophomore.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of looks like a tight end out there, huh?
3rd down and 8, sure does. Toss comes back to the near side. Pressure. Ball is on the ground. And the Trojans.
I know Trey was the one who knocked it out.
Yeah, he did.
Yep, Jackson Townsend on the recovery. So
don't spike it.
Yeah, please do not. Boy, I like you throwing me under the bus last night about that, too, at the show.
Partner, if you don't know me by now, we're in a lot of trouble.
So Trey Williams, Z9, K9, as Doug calls him.
Whatever you want to call him.
Has now a forced fumble and also a blocked punt. I mean, a blocked punt. So
has a knack for the football, my friend, and was just a bit off of an interception.
Can I say this? He has 1 solo tackle and that forced fumble, and he has 1 blocked punt. So
he's making his name for that Sabine State Bank Player of the Game.
I really like him around the line of scrimmage, Doug.
Sellers back to pass. He'll go the other way, and that little screen is complete there.
Jayton.
Jayton's got that, and when Jayton gets in open space, he's going to go to the house, and he does that. That is a touchdown, Jayton Terry. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yep, 30-yard screen pass there from Carson to Jayton. Jayton's, I think, first catch of the season, if I'm remembering correctly.
It is. If you'll remember, he just got into it last week, and that first one came to him that he dropped.
Right.
So one catch, one touchdown for Jayton Terry.
Yep, so Carson now with his fourth touchdown pass of the night. One 4-yard, one 24-yard, 114, and 130.
Gina has taken the lead 14-10 in that ball game in the second quarter.
Come on, Indians.
Here at 2 minutes to go, it's 50-0. PAT pending. Snap back, kick is up, and weapon. That's all I can say, weapon. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Trojans lead this one 51-0, nearing halftime. Back after this.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
And we are back here to
You want to let him talk?
Curtis Tiger Stadium, and oh no,
You want to let? We don't want to let him. He hasn't been here long enough to let him
push that
talk.
button. No. It was a full season for Tutti. Got to get on the mic. Eli Fung gets set to kick this one off. Nick, and the good thing about a running clock, it's been 1 minute and 20 seconds from the time of the touchdown, and the clock's been running. So when we left you, it was 2 minutes to go until halftime. It's 41 seconds and counting now. Trojans set to kick this one off. We are in the visitor bleachers. You see that as we are blocked by a lot of the angle. That kick is back, and Thomas has it at the 10. He's looking for room up the middle and has to go. He just put the brakes on because they were coming. Jackson Townsend was coming at him. He's like, hold on. Also there,
Amarion Simon.
Yeah, Simon was there with him as well. 42-0. Grant has the lead in that one with 5:27, so their clock is running. And Turlings Catholic at nearing halftime, 10-0. They lead over Como. Don't forget the River, and that's going to be the first half. I forget they keep that clock running. So a very, very big first half for the Trojans. We're going to step away, and we'll come back. Beforehand, don't forget, it's 20-minute half, so it's going to be a little bit longer one. And we'll have stats and discussions about that. We'll also visit with Coach Thomas Bachman right before we get things going back for the second half. But 51-0, Trojans lead this one. Big night by Carson Sellers and Alex Fontenot, too. And we'll talk about that when we come back. You are watching ASH Trojan Football, and it's brought to you by your Kubota dealers of Louisiana. You looking for something? Check out KubotaDealersLouisiana.org. We'll be back.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
When it comes to celebrating big moments, BK Distributors has you covered. From eye-catching fathead decals and senior banners to custom cutouts that bring your favorite faces to life, we help make memories larger than life. Cheer loud and proud with hand fans and personalized signs, or honor achievements with awards and trophies that shine just as bright as the people who earn them. Whether it's for your school, your team, your business, or your community, BK Distributors delivers quality, creativity, and service you can trust. BK Distributors, where every moment deserves to stand out.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Here's an important message for everyone in Central Louisiana experiencing changes in their vision. If you've met this year's Medicare deductible and are experiencing vision changes due to cataracts, then right now is the best and most affordable time to schedule your procedure with the cataract team at Wallace Eye Associates. A new year means a new deductible, so when it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
The Rapid School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
Hi, this is Robin with Little Cakes with Big Attitude, and I have some exciting news. Fall is finally here, and that means our amazing fall flavors are ready to go, hot, iced, or frozen. Delight your taste buds with flavors like spiced caramel apple, cinnamon roll, maple pecan, s'mores, and of course, pumpkin spice latte. And just when we thought fall couldn't get any better, we were voted Sinlaw's choice for best bakery and best dessert. Little Cakes with Big Attitude in Alexandria or our Pineville location. Stop by today.
Hi! At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at louisianaathletic.club.com.
And we are back here. It is halftime. Just going to take a moment to check back in with you. Appreciate 1T back at home who is statting things. I think we'll have some updates on that. We are an hour into this one, Nick, and it is 51-0, and it's been all Trojans early and often.
Yeah, I tell you, looking up 1T stats here just to see, who's more accurate, me sitting in the bleachers or him watching it at home. But no, just messing with 1T.
He's got the better angle because he's
does.
watching it on 446 Sports.
He does.
You just see it a little quicker than he does.
Yes, we do. And I like I said, I did mention that that our vantage point from on the yardage is a little off. So we start with Carson Sellers, 7 for 7, Doug. I had him for 134, but Brett has him 139, so we'll go with 139, obviously, because he can see it better. It's 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns, so great work there
on
by
7
Carson.
completions.
7
attempts as well.
Yep, 7 for 7. That's correct. Kaysen Williams has 6 rushing attempts, and he has him for a total of 76 yards and 1 reception for 29 yards. He does have a touchdown, rushing touchdown, so good work there by Kaysen. Tyler Bowman, 2 touches, two attempts for 38 yards on my account. Let's see what he has for Tyler. Yep, 2 for 38 and a touchdown.
That touchdown run of his,
yes,
just to jump in the middle of that he had, was ridiculous. He's got it. He stopped. He spins around, circles out of it, and it's just off. And it's good to see. You had that with Kaysen and Noble back there. Kaysen's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Noble's going to be out for a couple of weeks. But to have Tyler Bowman come in there and just fill that role and earn his own. You talked about him being a 1A and a 1B. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, and what you're going to see with Tyler, I saw it on film, what you're going to see with Tyler going forward, Tyler runs to space.
Yes.
Tyler sees the space really well. Not that Kaysen and Noble didn't, but Kaysen and Noble, they just want a little space, and they'll take on a block, they'll take on a tackler. And
they run to
it.
contact.
Yeah, Tyler will do the same, but Tyler likes to run to space, just what I've watched here recently. So let's go to our receivers. So
yes.
Jayton Terry, 1 for 30 yards and a touchdown. Kaysen Williams, 1 for 30 yards, 29 yards. Kyron Griffin, 3 receptions I have 62 yards. Let's see what he has here on. Don't see him on the stats here unless I'm missing it. And then Alex Fontenot. Yeah, so
he surely has had about 10 catches tonight.
No, so your guest last night.
Yes,
Carson have not thrown an incompletion. Carson hasn't, and Alex has not dropped a pass. Alex has 3 receptions on 3 attempts for 42 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay, so I'm not saying
44 yards,
that it's something about being on the show, but it's something about being on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, we were able to talk. I'll let you get through those stats, and we'll.
Yeah, he has here, and I'm just K. I don't know exactly who this is right here, but he has 2 receptions for 45 yards. So I wonder if that was Griffin. I wonder if I missed. I gave him 3. I wonder if I missed one. So. And then while we're waiting on our halftime,
we got a guest coming up here at halftime.
Let's talk about Trey's block punt on that block punt with Jay Frazier on the touchdown, and then also Trey Z9 had a forced fumble as well.
Look, we're a special guest up in the press box with us, and working its way over here. That's just me and Nick. There's not anything much special about us. But coming into sight is a local star from Pineville and is up at Northwestern now, Jacob Miranda. Jacob joins us here. And Jacob, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
Hang on, where you at? Let's get this where folks can hear you up there. See, the problem, they got you messed up. We got a hedge on our camera guy, so there you go. We don't let him talk is why that one's out of the way. So Jacob Miranda joins us. And Jacob, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Couldn't ask for better, man. We've just been putting in work.
Look, y'all are doing a lot of that. It's tell me a little bit about the difference between the level you were at a year ago and where you're at now.
It's way more technical, like than high school is. In high school, you can be the best athlete on the field, you know, and you can naturally make plays. But in college, all the little things matter. Like they emphasize that to us every day. Like you got to do the little things before you can really make plays in college. So it's a learning process. I've enjoyed it. Fall camp was fun. It was very different, very hard.
The hitting's pretty intense.
Oh yeah, it's pretty intense, but I love it though. It's great.
Look, there's a lot of, and it looks like Coach McCorkle is building it Louisiana-based. You're seeing a lot of Louisiana guys that are making their way up there. I think there are only 3 or 4 in the class that made it up there this year. But what is it? Guys from Louisiana are just special, and when they're playing for a home state school like that, man, it just makes things different. How is your bonding with guys that you used to go to battle against? Now you're going to war with.
For sure, yeah, it's very different because we all come from different backgrounds, but we're all locally from Louisiana. We have a few guys in the freshman class that are like from Texas, Tennessee, but we're all mainly Louisiana guys. So, you know, Louisiana ball can't be anywhere else. You know what I mean? Can't be found anywhere else. So we're all getting close together, learning each other, and it's fun. It's fun for sure.
Look, good to see you out here. I know we see your parents at the show, and they're out here a lot too because your younger brother is playing for the Trojans. Now,
yes,
at first glance, I looked over and I said, he's got his ASH jacket on, but I know that's an NSU jacket, but we're going to take it as a Trojan that you're wearing
that's
that purple.
We're wearing that purple. Got to support the home team.
So, Jacob, Jason Blackwell, he graduated from ASH 2 years ago and is up there with you all. Have you had a chance to work with him much?
Oh,
you know Jason well?
Yeah, of course. I've known Jason since I was a freshman in high school.
Okay, good.
And he was a sophomore, yeah. So me and him are really close, and yeah, he's helped me adjust to college a lot. Like he was the only person I really was close to whenever I came up here and reported.
He's such a good dude.
He's a great guy, man, for real.
Look, we talked to his dad a lot too, and it said that he was out with a little concussion protocol there for a bit.
Yes, sir.
And if you know Jason Blackwell, this doesn't come as a surprise to you, but he come on and wanted to take on an offensive lineman.
Yep, he is. He has no fear in him.
Look, there's one of those things you just you got to chalk that away and say, let's maybe not do that the next time. But no, and Jimmy Duncan is up there too, and so I know the young man from Airline that was the quarterback, Ben Taylor was there. I think Taylor is what his name is.
Yes,
so
sir.
you've got a lot of that. What's the biggest adjustment been for you, student-wise, as a student-athlete part?
Well, I mean, in high school I was taking all college type classes, so it's really the workload isn't too much different than what I had in high school, but just managing my time, knowing that everything is really up to me now, you know. So the teacher's not here to really baby anybody, so you got to get it done yourself, you know.
Heck, that's 100% correct.
And it doesn't matter if you wear that helmet or not.
Right.
So
for sure.
I mean,
they don't care. Look, what's the one thing or two things, maybe the one thing that you've learned? You went up there and coach says, wait a minute, Miranda, if you do this, you're going to be this much better at it. Is there something in your game that they got you up there and said, wait a minute, stop doing this, do this, and look what happens?
Oh, yeah, definitely just learning the playbook, really, being more my IQ, getting my IQ higher, just learning the little things. We learn different techniques than what I'm used to in high school, so that's probably the biggest thing I'm working on right now is just trying to hone in my technique, get bigger, get stronger, and see the field next year.
Them offensive linemen and defensive linemen, some big dudes.
Man, that's some big, strong guys, man. That's some big, strong guys for sure.
What's that welcoming to college big hit that you've taken?
Oh, I don't think I've had it yet. I don't think I'm gonna get that till I really get in game.
Well, we're looking forward to it. It was great to see you. Don't want to monopolize your time. We're going to let you get on out of here. But love seeing your parents here at the games and certainly seeing you here. Do you talk to your younger brother a lot about things?
I talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah, that's my best friend.
Man,
I talk to him all the time.
That's so good. Family is certainly that thing. Tell me what you think about the Trojans on their start this season.
They're doing great. They're doing great. It's looking like another dome run.
Look,
that's what it's looking
got to
like.
keep everybody healthy. They battled the flu all week this week, and that was difficult. But open up with West Monroe next week, and you certainly know how that is going up to West Monroe.
Oh yeah, I definitely know how that is. It's gonna be a hard environment, but I think they got it.
There you go. Jacob Miranda, a freshman at Northwestern this season, graduate of Pineville High School last year, and one of the best safeties, DBs to come out of this area. Jacob, certainly a pleasure you stopping by, and it was great to visit with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. It's great to see you.
Absolutely. Guys, we'll be back right after this. We've got about 6 minutes or so before halftime kicks back off. You're watching ASH Trojan Football, brought to you by your Kubota dealers of Louisiana on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Lori even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hall. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318.
Here's an important message for everyone in Central Louisiana experiencing changes in their vision. If you've met this year's Medicare deductible and are experiencing vision changes due to cataracts, then right now is the best and most affordable time to schedule your procedure with the cataract team at Wallace Eye Associates. A new year means a new deductible, so when it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Hi, this is Robin with Little Cakes with Big Attitude, and I have some exciting news. Fall is finally here, and that means our amazing fall flavors are ready to go, hot, iced, or frozen. Delight your taste buds with flavors like spiced caramel apple, cinnamon roll, maple pecan, s'mores, and of course, pumpkin spice latte. And just when we thought fall couldn't get any better,
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com. Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating,
At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at louisianaathleticlub.com.
And we are back here to John W. Curtis Tiger Stadium in Manning, Louisiana. 4:46 to go until halftime is over with, and wrapping up this game at halftime. It's 51-0. Trojans lead this one, so the next 30 minutes will go pretty quick in this ball game once they get things kicked up and off. We're going down to visit with KP momentarily, who will be with Coach Bachman. But until then, Nick, let's go back and, we're able to visit with Jacob Miranda there at halftime. Younger brother plays on the team, and, man, it's just good to see him come by. Up there, another Sinlaw product going to the college.
Yeah, his parents sitting right in front of us. We asked, right before he walked up on cue, how he was doing. He walks up. But
how's he doing? I said, well, why don't you ask him?
That's right. The great thing about whenever we get the student athletes back on the show or on the game or whenever is the thing that they say the most when you ask them, what's the difference, okay? Everybody up there is as athletic. Everybody up there can run. Everybody up there can jump. Everybody, the baseball players, everybody can hit. The difference is the small things.
That's right.
The small things is what separates you. So the technical stuff, as Jacob said, the techniques, the little things, the work ethic.
Work ethic.
So, so you guys at home that are younger athletes and want to play at the next level, remember that. The fine details. The details is what separates these guys at the next level.
Indeed, it is. He looked good in that purple, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Look, that was great. So we'll visit with KP in a minute. 2 minutes to go until halftime wraps up, and he's kept them back there for a long time. And this is uncharacteristic of the Trojans to not be back out on the field just yet.
Yeah. And getting back to Northwestern, that Coach McCorkle, I like what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
He's building Louisiana out, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, especially at that level. And I'm looking for, if not next year, probably 2 years when these guys are juniors.
Not a lot of different than what Coach Ben McLaughlin is doing with that LCU group. You're getting a lot of players that are in there, and you're having to juggle NIL and transfer portal and all of these things. But they're getting some dudes, and it starts with recruiting the Bayou State.
Yeah, Matthew, you see the Trojans coming down off the street up there, but in between here and the school. But Doug, they had the death penalty.
Yeah. Oh,
Northwestern
absolutely.
had
they
the
did.
death penalty.
They were done. It was that
right.
shooting that was a couple of years ago, and and Laird was there and is gone now, and McCorkle took that program over, and he's doing big things there.
Yeah.
They snapped a 20-game win streak early in the season when they beat Alcorn State. It was 10-0 early in the second quarter. It's 41-0 Turlings Catholic at the half. Goodness gracious, on senior night down there.
Yeah, KP had Eris, Murphy, and Coach Mercer with him, but I still haven't
hopefully
seen Coach
KP
Bachman.
will call us in just a second before he gets out of range.
He needs to be over here in the light, Doug.
Yeah, he does. What do they say? What's in the darkness will come to light. Isn't that what they say? So they'll walk their way over here. Congratulations to Coach Mike Corville and that group. They look like they'll go to 5-0. You'll be able to hear him at 8:05 on the Red River Roundup with Marshall Leffler in the morning on 446 Sports.
Yeah, that's a great show you guys are putting on, Doug. It's very informative.
We'll have a victorious Coach David Perkins, whose Menard Eagles now are 4-1 on the season. Their only loss to Gina, which is in a dogfight with the Indians of Tioga on one of our channels.
What's the score, Doug?
14-10 at halftime in that one.
I told you that game was going to be in the 20s.
You told me it was good for a while.
Times two,
you
right?
did, yes. Now, second half action, you just never know what could happen to it.
Yeah. No, I was expecting more. I was expecting more points out of the two.
I don't know that we'll get Coach Bachman because they've already went through the time. They've already went through everything, and it's time to kick this thing off. So them being delayed coming out of there is going to cause some chaos. I don't know that KP will be able to get Coach Bachman.
Yeah, I don't see him either.
And I haven't seen Coach Bachman come out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yet.
I don't see Coach Bachman. Oh, there he is. I see KP over there. KP was almost walking to the parking lot.
Yeah, I don't know if because they've already got the tee and the kickoff unit out there. The Trojans won the toss to start things off and deferred. Oh, you see KJ Ray, and that's good. Let's see if we can get him real quick. We are down with KP. KP, take it away.
Doug, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Doug, you there?
Yes.
All right, here, Bachman, coach, obviously a pretty strong first half. What are you looking for out of the underclassmen in the second half?
I'll play hard. We got a big freshman in JV game on Monday. Play hard. Get ready. Use it as an opportunity. Get out under the Friday night lights. Play hard. Execute at a high level. Make your opportunities. 5 or 10 plays. And what's the saying? Make your plays count. Don't count your plays.
Right. Second half, coach. Doug,
yep.
You got that?
Thank you, KP. As the ball is kicked away, onside kick, and it's going to bounce around, and the Trojans will get it. It bounced off of one of the Manny players, but the Trojans get that. And Coach Bachman, that's one of those. I'll have to ask him afterwards what they were doing in back off in the locker room so long.
Yeah, it looks like Alex Fontenot, if I'm not mistaken, had that onside kick recovery.
Do you think they weren't prepared for that?
Yeah,
because to have Fontenot out there on that front line? We are here for the second half. Again, clock will graciously run throughout this one, 11:30 and counting here. Big one for the Trojans tonight in this one. They have clicked on all cylinders. And Doherty is in there. Vaughn is in there. So, Nick, we'll start getting some younger guys or some that haven't seen it. Tyler Bowman is at running back. Kadarian Vaughn is at quarterback. Looks like Gaines McKenzie. Or is that who is that at H-back 83?
Letzinger, Bryce Letzinger.
That's right. I should have just read the shirt.
Cooper Robinson is playing tight end.
Bowman's got it off the left side, going to spin around, and he is continuing to get some carries in early on here and goes down after a pickup of a yard or so. Doherty comes over to the sideline to get that's Vaughn that comes to get it. Doherty stays out. So you've got Hayden Burford at one of the wideouts that's there, and take a look at some of the linemen, Nick.
Yeah, 71 is Roman Fuentes. Gage Williams is the center, 66. And we have, let me look.
71, I see.
Yep, mentioned 71, 66 once again. We'll get them turned here.
Burford makes his way out closest to the yard marker and the down marker. Vaughn's got it, and he's going to toss it to Bowman to the near side. Spinning around, boy, Bowman a good job of hanging onto that football. They went right for it. He's going to be a yard shy of the first.
Yeah, 8-yard carry there off this right side.
We'll keep you up to date on the clock as it's running down again. It won't stop. We expect this game to be in the books before 9 o'clock tonight.
67, Riley Dozot is on the line as well.
82 and 83 both out there. You may have talked about.
Cooper Robinson's 82, Letzinger's 83.
And Letzinger. Third down and a yard or so. This is all following the onside kick attempt from Manny to start off the second half. Snap is back. Vaughn gets it. Bowman's got it off the right side. Going to be slung down near a first down. They look down to see it, and they give it to him, first down. So 3 plays, 10 yards for all of them by way of Tyler Bowman, the junior, 6'1", 190 running back for the Trojans.
64, I think, is the left guard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And that's Justin Simmons, 6'3", 345, sophomore.
Sophomore, you say. Yeah, that's this sophomore, junior class, the senior class. Look, I'm telling you, it's just it's a great, great group.
And Carter Rivette looks like he's staying in at left tackle, Doug. Sophomore, but he started
Good to see him get that work. They will bring Burford in motion. That ball bounces around. We're going to see Vaughn, what he's able to do with this one as he breaks away. That's the escapability of Vaughn, who gets that in what was near danger. Picks that up, sidesteps, sachets on down for a first down.
Yeah, it looks like 14-yard gain there for Vaughn on the keeper after the bad snap.
Look, that's one of those that they say, yeah, it was a quarterback draw the entire way. That's what that was.
Sir.
You see him coming over each play and talking to Coach Bachman. You get that right from him. And, well, what an offensive mind to come in and get it. You see it on the camera. He'll get that in. And part of what he's doing there, too, is just giving them something to do so they're not sitting out on the field. They're going to take this clock down as much as they can. We're already under 8 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, you mentioned Trey Doherty. He's on top with Burford.
First down and 10, go the Trojans from the 36-yard line. That's Bowman. He's going to bounce it outside, looking for daylight, as Nick talked about. Going to be slung around, and he'll be down. It's too far over there to tell. Great camera work in there from where we're at. We're down low in the visitors' bleachers, so it is a near field level view for you throughout most of the evening.
I'm going to give him 12 yards there, Doug, on that. And like I said, Bowman running to space. We have Mays checking in, number 10. Avon Mays checking in for Doherty at the wideout position. He was a running back last year with Noble and Kaysen on that JV team. 88, his first sighting with 88 is Brylan Jefferson, 5'7", 145-pound wide receiver, sophomore.
Vaughn spends about 15 seconds or so over on the sideline, comes back on the field with 20 seconds to go. They break the huddle, and what that does, too, is that just limits your mistake ability-ness, if you will. That's a word. Look it up.
I believe you.
Toss is coming to their side. Good spin move there. Is that Ross that's in there?
That's actually Mays. I actually took him. Ross is coming in now.
Okay,
but,
20, there it is.
Yeah, I took Mays off of our our Russian chart, but I'll add him here. He had a 1 yard gain there. So, and
there
now
see
Ross number 20.
Across the bottom, the scores, those were updated. Don't forget, football doesn't stop here. You can catch the Red River Roundup from 8 to 9-ish in the morning. Tristan Brooks, there you go, is there. And then LCU kicks off at noon. I, along with Marshall Leffler, will bring you all the LCU Wildcat football as they host Fort Lauderdale. When that game kicks off at noon, we'll go on the air at 11:30. Handoff does go to Ross. He tries to bounce it outside. Now comes back inside and will be brought down there.
Yeah, Ross running behind Rivette there. And
well, you get a good look on your screen, Nick, at that offensive line. I don't know if you can see it from here, but you can take a look at that. You don't often – I mean, there's been times the Trojans –
of offensive linemen here, and it's a good opportunity. It's like what did, Coach Bachman say, and I really like that is, take advantage of your plays, don't count your plays.
Yeah, that's right.
Now we have number 27, and I've watched 27. He's Kebrian Franks, and he's had some good – stuff in practice here recently.
There's Vaughn. He's rolling to this side. He has to cut back inside. There's going to be a flag come all the way in from the back judge, and we'll see if that's not holding. We saw Franks at the show last night. He came by and was shaking hands with everybody, and it's 4:46 to go here in the third while they work this out.
Yeah, I had one offensive lineman kind of had his hands on his head and on his helmet, so it might be a hold. That will only be, if it is against Ash, that'll only be their third penalty. And Doug, it's against Manny.
49-0 in the third quarter. Grant leads that at homecoming. Chad James and Thomas Laborde on the call over there. They are in a battle at Gina where it's 14-10.
Half the distance to the goal there, Doug, for that face mask on Manny. So it looked like an 8-yard penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Doug, that's the first accepted penalty against Manny. They had the two flags earlier, yes. But with the play, it was, we declined it. So it's been a very clean game for them. So third penalty total on, 2 on your Trojans and 1 on the Tigers.
First down and goal, go the Trojans. Ball rests at what looks to be the 9-yard line. Is that what you see?
Yeah.
They're off to the side,
it looks
Nick.
like it. Maybe 10. That's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, the ball rests just outside that's a helmet is what that is. or a headset, rather.
Yeah, the
ball
side
rests
judge
at
on
the
the
6-yard line, or the 5, just outside the 5.
The 11-yard line, Doug.
Easy for you to say.
Well,
I'm
just seeing
11.
where he's standing right here. So yeah.
It's third down. It's not first and goal. It's third down and a yard.
Yep. So that would have been, I guess, a 7-yard penalty.
Yeah. So the half the distance did not give them that. And Ross in the backfield with Vaughn. Handoff goes to Ross off the left side, and he looks to be pushed back a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll bring the sub-varsity jumbo package in there. You know, Coach Bachman made that point when he was talking to KP there at halftime. Hey, got a freshman JV game coming up Monday. Come out here and earn your reps.
Yeah, and they definitely and once again, just like their game schedule for their varsity, they don't shy away from anybody in JV and freshman either.
Nick, just something to look at too. Over here on the sideline, Doherty was by himself watching film.
Okay.
And that's just great. He's got the iPad and he's looking at some of those plays. So 4th down and a couple. Toss sweep comes to the near side. Up the middle, spinning around, definitely has enough of the first down to the 5-yard line. That is Gabe Guillory that has it there. So Guillory down inside the right at the 5-yard line is where they'll lay the sticks down.
Yeah, Guillory off this right side on 4th and 2 for the first down. See Aiden Price over here on the table. Hopefully it's just nothing major. Looks like might be cutting the tape off his.
Yeah, I think his night's done, and so they're just getting him unwrapped and out of there. 1:35 remaining here in this one. Hunter Lonsberry has made his way in. He's at the wide out. Toss comes to the near side to Guillory once again. Guillory's going to spin into the end zone. Oh, they're going to mark him just shy of it. Like the running of these young backs at 117 and counting.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-yard gain there to the maybe half-yard line, 4.5. I don't know if you can get any closer than what they've placed the ball.
The ball is not very long, okay? But it's fitting in between the 1-yard line and the goal line.
Yeah.
So they tell you there's not much room. They won't move it much on a half the distance, I can tell you that.
You know, that's when you're Giller and you look and say, don't take me out. Don't take me out. Don't
Leave
take
it.
me
And
out.
he is in there at running back. Gabe Guillory is the sophomore running back, 5'7", 165, and trying to get a big one here. Tioga back on top. They lead at 17-14 at third. Gabe Guillory into the end zone. Gabe Guillory touchdown. Touchdown Trojans.
Yep, 1-yard touchdown run there by Guillory right behind the center and the left guard there. So behind Williams and Simmons.
There you get a look on your screen at Gabe as he turns around to head back out there. Now comes back in for Ross. 57 now to nothing. Trojans lead this one. PAT is pending, or are they going to? They run out the quarter. Did they not give him the touchdown?
No, I mean they have it. Yeah. Doug, I don't know if the backup. I don't know if I know watching the JV and the freshman games, they usually go for 2.
Okay.
Just because they don't usually kick, so it's probably, one to keep your starters out from the.
And there it is. Ross is going to make his way into the end zone after a little bit of. Well, no, they mark him just shy. So the try is no good. 57-0. The final score of the third quarter. We'll be back for the fourth quarter, fourth and final, right after this. And we are back here. We start the fourth period of play. 57-0 Trojans lead this one. They took command of it with a 37-0 lead in the first. Out in Gina, Tioga has taken the lead 17-14. You're able to watch that one on 446 Sports as well. Snap or kick up and away from Eli. It's going to be gathered in at the 11-yard line. Here comes Thomas again, very quick. Now gets to the outside. There he goes. We're going to have another Eli Fung sighting, and he does go down and get the tackle. And where did the parents go? How did they leave when it was his big chance? Hopefully they're watching it on 446 Sports. If they left.
1T pointed out that it was 67, Riley Dozart, that was the left tackle in the last offensive series. I appreciate 1T, Brett McCormick, giving us that information.
Look, Eli's going over there and says, wait, I don't know about all this. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line go the Tigers of Manny. Snap is back there from Cox. He's going to hand off to the right side. And that'll be brought down there by
Raymond Harris.
Raymond Harris goes in and gets that one.
And let's talk about Raymond. One of the things that allows Jayton and Kyron Griffin to play offense, the offense side of the ball on so many snaps, is the fact that a Raymond Harris, Maurice Jackson, of course, obviously Kara Gaines, Trey Williams, Jay Frazier, those guys have stepped up and done really well. So it's allowed the offense to use those other two.
Cox and that Manny offense gets set. First man through gets it. That is the fullback, number 12, who will carry it for a first down.
Oh, point for the first down. So that's Riley Lee.
So big night for Sellers and Fontenot to get things going. 7 for 7 passing with 4 touchdowns for Carson Sellers. 3 catches for 3 touchdowns for Alex Fontenot. Man, it's just been, it was a night you wanted to get started right away as fast as they did.
Yeah, so Doug, Romeo Sherman is 39 out here on the left corner. Devin Lee's your apex out here, 41.
Handoff goes up the middle, and boy, that's a good work inside.
Yeah, Lee there and Simon, which Simon's been on special teams. Marion Simon now with the assist there of Devin Lee on that tackle.
Gain of just about a yard.
See who else we can make. 97 is Peyton Crutchfield. Of course, Gary Boatman's in, number 90. Maurice Jackson, aforementioned Maurice Jackson, is playing right corner now. Sykesville is still in there with Simon at linebacker. Andrew Montague is your strong safety with Raymond Harris, your free safety. That's your number 40 is Gilliam is in as well.
Second down and 9. They go back to pass now and pressure up the middle. Goodness gracious. And he just chunks that one down. That may be a fumble the way he just threw that down. That's one of those that you see, well, blow the whistle, blow the whistle.
Yeah, exactly. He did have number 18 in the vicinity, so I mean that's so it's not rough. It's not intentional grounding.
But how about that pressure up the middle?
Yeah, Crutchfield, aforementioned Peyton Crutchfield on that play. He's a 6'2", 280-pound freshman defensive lineman for your Trojans.
Jeez, tell me how big he is again.
6'2", 280.
Freshman, you say?
Freshman defensive lineman.
My word.
Oh, they did call intentional grounding.
Yeah, that's interesting. They're going to be 10. It's going to be 10 yards, loss of down from the spot of the foul because he threw it to get out of the way.
That's true. I mean, 18 was there though. So.
And in the true act of the penalty, you're throwing it away to avoid the sack, and that's what he did. And lucky it wasn't a fumble.
Yeah.
Here and we're back and going here. So glad to have you back. You didn't miss anything. This again, it's the headache of our generator running. There's a handoff to Ross.
So good work there by the young man, keeping his feet going.
57-0. Trojans will move to 5-0 on the season. Again, back-to-back years, they finished their non-district slate undefeated. But, Nick, you turn around and jump right into the Lions' den next week with a trip to West Monroe.
Yep, 2-5A district. One of the best districts in the state. Probably one of the best districts in the southern part of the country.
Man, it was so great. Home games against West Monroe and Ruston and Neville last year, and that only means that we're on the road to them this year. Vaughn is going to be sacked, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, unfortunately, Vaughn, it's a 3-yard loss on the stats for him.
Tioga opens it up a little bit. It's 24-14 in the 3rd quarter of that one.
Good work there by the Indians.
56-0 Buckeye, or correction, 56-0 Grant leads Bolton in that one here. We are 57-0 with time winding down. Nick, it's going to be difficult to pick our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game, our Sabine State Bank Player of the Game, and our Express Pros lineman. There's a battle on that defensive side for it.
Yeah, on the last play, Doug Brooks Bain was in. He's come out now, number 86, and but yes, no, we're definitely gonna have to watch the film to come up with that one.
Toss goes to the far side, and Ross trying to get there for the 1st down and will fall just about a yard shy of it. They'll mark him down at the 48 and had to get to the 47.
Yeah,
depends on where they mark him. No, they'll mark him ahead. Looks like it'll be a 1st down.
Are they gonna measure?
Yep, they do it. Yep. No, that's just a great piece of running there to finish that off.
Needed 12, got 12.5. So
that's bold. He barely got 12.5 if he got it.
So 32 was in on that play as well, and I'm sorry I don't have his name, but young man is looking like he's playing in the tight end H position.
Look, it was tremendous being out here in the crowd with all of our friends tonight. We need each and every one of these out at the show on Thursday night as we kick off District 2 5A action on the road at West Monroe. We will be live from walk-ons from 7 to 8. Come early and come hungry out there for Thursday night, and then follow the Trojans up to West Monroe on Friday night. Of course, we can talk all about it in the morning at 8 a.m. You can call in your question or comment in your question if you watch it on Facebook or YouTube. So, Nick, if you've got a question for our distinguished panel, you can type in a message in the morning. It'll get answered in real time.
I might I don't know if you're familiar with Lee's Restaurant in LeCount.
I am.
Of course, I know they're known for their sandwiches and pies, but they have a great breakfast. I might bring Marlene for breakfast in the morning.
Is that your comment on the show?
Well, I'm probably going to be eating breakfast at that time.
I got you. To the near side they go. And probably just one more play in this one.
Thomas Crenshaw on the carry there for, looks like he's 2.5, 3. We'll give him 3 yards there.
Trojans moved to 5-0 on the season. Manny will fall to 2-3. Nick, is that what I saw? They've got a couple of wins under their belt this year after not winning one last season. So you know that they are excited about that. But big first half. We will be joined by Coach Bachman via the phone with KP when this one's over with. So we'll hang tight and get him talk about that. We'll talk about the hot start Carson Sellers had, and after it being a crazy week, how important was that? Is what KP is going to try to find out from Coach Bachman. Inside little pass that we saw.
That's Franks.
And that's fumbled. The first fumble of the game, and that'll still wind out the final 3-2-1, and that is your ball game. Trojans win it 57-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll try to visit with Coach Thomas Bachman here momentarily. Actually, we're going to step away for a minute. We're going to take a break. We'll be back, and we'll talk to Coach Thomas Bachman right after this.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Lori even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails.
And we are back here, the Trojan wrap-up show. The fans starting to make their way out of here, and great crowd that made their way up 49 and west to Manny there. And we appreciate the work that everyone did. KP is making his way out there to visit with Coach Thomas Bogman. And victorious 5-0 on the season.
I can handle it. I'm an old man. I can handle it.
Again, it was great to be visited by Jacob Miranda, who came up and saw us at halftime. That was awesome to see.
Yes, Miss Miranda made Doug's night.
That's right.
Doug gets up for a photo with Jacob, and they asked me to get up as well. And they said, "Come on, old man, you can get up talking about me."
Not knowing I'm the oldest one up here.
I didn't say that.
No, it's easy to know. Look, that's not a secret by any means. I'll take that. I got a discount on my new service with T-Mobile because I'm 55. So there you go. Could you get that discount?
No, sir.
Oh, you couldn't.
Well, you know what? If they ID me, I couldn't, but by my looks, I probably could.
Well, it's phone service, not video service, so that's the problem there. Big win tonight for the Trojans in this one, Nick, but they'll go on the road next week and start District 2-5A, and it is a gauntlet. They'll go to West Monroe, then they'll welcome in Pineville, up to Ruston, home to Ouachita, and then to close things out up to Neville before the third season and the playoffs kick off.
And what's crazy, Doug, we'll be at that Neville game in the blink of an eye. I mean, this season goes
Look, we're in
so
week
fast.
6 now. Week 6 is on the clock.
Yeah, when I was a kid, Christmas took forever. Now it seems like we should be Christmas in like 2023 or so.
Look, and now add the grandbabies to the mix, and
congratulations, by the way. I don't know if you have mentioned that
we have a little bit, yeah. Two over the summer, yeah. I got 2 grandbabies, both granddaughters. One was born in May, and one was born in June, and so 40 days apart. 40 days apart. I went from nothing to 2 granddaughters, and so proud of Joshua. And that's one of the reasons Joshua's not with us this year, is he is home tending to the baby. Okay, I get that. But, yeah, you talk about going in a blink of an eye. We signed off the air with Axe. You remember the Axe TV network that was there. Our final game of the night, we made the announcement that we were pregnant with Joshua.
Oh, wow.
Who is my 26-year-old now. Signed off on our final broadcast. And now full circle runs and 2 granddaughters are here. And eat, sleep, and poop.
We used to record the Axe on VHS and go home and watch it. There was usually maybe 2 games a year that we were on that. So yes, I remember that.
And now we're doing 8 games a weekend, my friend. Wow. And that counts LCU tomorrow at noon. Pregame with myself, Doug Gann, and Marshall Leffler of the Union Parish Farmers. Will be on the air tomorrow to bring you all the LCU football. They step out of conference, look to win their first non-conference game, but are 3-0 in Sooner Athletic Conference play, so look to go to 4-2. But you can hear all about the scores tonight, all of these things that went on at 8 a.m. Look, if you haven't subscribed to the Facebook page or the Yahoo, YouTube, tell them about it. If you haven't subscribed, let's go down now. We'll get KP and Coach Bachman on there. KP joins us down on the sideline.
Doug, you got me?
Yeah, KP, what do you have there with Coach?
Look, Carson started the game 7 for 7 with 4 touchdowns. Off to a quick start. How important that was to get this behind us this week.
Yeah, no, we wanted to start fast. I thought we did that. I guess we hit Alex on a couple of them, a couple of corner routes on sprint out. Good. Ultimately, look, we're going to go back to film and find areas where we need to improve. But, looking forward to getting back tonight and getting my butt up to the field house tomorrow, preparing for a really good West Monroe ball team.
Looking forward to it. See you next week.
Can't wait, guys.
Doug, you got that?
Yep, got it, KP. Thank you very much for what you do.
All right, man.
There's KP joins us from down on the sideline, and that is going to wrap things up. Don't forget, we will have highlights of this tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. There's a lot of footage to go through on all of this, but I think you saw the top plays that we released on the Menard game. We've got a 20-minute recap video set to launch tomorrow from that Menard win, and we're going to start doing some of those. Just a recap of the game, so you can watch the entire game in 20 minutes. How about that?
Excellent.
There you have it. Guys, it's been a great one tonight. Trojans all over this when they move to 5-0. For KP down on the field, Matthew Magnano up on the camera and on the scoreboard, Nick Magnano, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.